I think the Steam Deck is gonna die, chat. We are playing a 4K video.
Alright, I'm here at Micro Center and I'm trying.
Bro. We are playing a 4K video while downloading and decompressing. That's gonna be a great test, dude. So, we found this video. I tried to find a Linux user at Micro Center. And guys, do you think he's gonna find someone? Like, this is the real question. If you go to Micro Center tomorrow and you ask random, like, PC user, I'm not even sure they're PC gamer, just PC user, would they be using Linux or not? And you will be surprised.
Alright, I'm here at Micro Center and I'm trying to find somebody who's a Linux user.
Also, Adam, Patrick Murray, dude, if you watch this video and you are not happy about me reacting to it, please tell it to me. I'm gonna remove it from YouTube, no problem. Okay.
Somebody who might be building a PC to use for Linux, because I've heard that 2025 is the year of Linux. I gotta find somebody who uses Linux.
Bro, 2025 is the year of Linux? Come on. 2025 is the year of Linux? I think I've heard that for the last, like, 50 years. Mirko, thank you very much for the $2 donation. Hit that thumbs up button. Thank you, dude. Thanks for the $2.
Anybody here using Linux? Anybody a Linux user?
Everybody is like, no, please don't talk to me.
Anybody using Linux here? No? Windows? Anybody using Linux?
Ah! You can see the guy shining in the room, chat. You see? I don't want to be this guy, but you see the happiness? Do you see the good taste? This guy is shining in the room.
Linux? You're
Boo! He's here! The Linux user. And you will notice, everybody is saying like neck beards. Confirmed. Bobby, make a zoom, please. I shaved yesterday, but still. I use Linux, by the way.
You're a Linux user. Do you mind answering some questions on video? Indicating to me that you use Linux.
Yes, I use Manjaro Linux.
And how long you been?
No! No! Shit! I forget about that. Oh no, dude. Dude! Aura minus 10,000. Why? Why Manjaro, brother?
Using Linux.
I've been using it for a little over a year.
Okay, so
nice.
I'm going around here. I'm trying to find people who use Linux because, listen, I've heard 2025 is the year of Linux. Do you feel like this is where it's...
Look at this guy. He's laughing about it, dude. He's like... He's like, whoa, come on. He's like, come on, dude. He's a good guy, dude. He looks like an average Unix system admin in our company. Yes. That's good.
It's all converging to this year is the year.
It's a bit of a meme to say it's the year of Linux.
Yeah.
They've said it every year for the past 5 to 10 years.
That's right.
But 2025 is the year, right?
I think we might hit like 7% market share. When
What? 7%? It's a bold prediction, dude. It's a bold prediction. I like it.
Windows kills Windows 10.
Right? That could be the point that, you know, everyone just comes over. Why do you use Linux? You're already way ahead of the curve here.
I just do not like the UI design and some of the stuff that they're pushing with Windows 11. And
makes sense.
I just happen to not play the games that are only working on Windows, so it was a no-brainer for me to switch.
Okay.
Ah! Man, I think it's good, this guy. Oh. So his approach is like, we're gonna go for like 2% to 8% after the end of Windows 10. Man, I wish it was the case, dude. I wish I was that optimistic. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I think like a 4 or 5%, why not? What do you think, chat? We're already at 4%. I don't think we are that high, brother. The chosen one will bring Linux to everyone. I got Linux Mint on my old system since Windows 10 is ending. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're gonna have more.
Hey, what games do you play?
Oh yeah, and he said like I don't like the UI, etc., which is fair. He didn't mention anything related to privacy, but he said all the game I used to play they run on Linux, so Why would I stay on Windows? And this is a win. This is a win, dude.
Right now I'm playing Baldur's Gate. I play some Helldivers 2 with my friends.
So Baldur's Gate, yeah, Helldivers
Most
2.
games I've run into just work on it, with the exception of like competitive online games, but I don't play a lot of those.
Good choice. Listen, good choice. Like most of the competitive game now, they're dead anyways. Like let's be clear. And the one which are like really like I would say popular. I'm thinking about Counter-Strike 2. They run on Linux. We say like the one which are like still like competitive and not dead. I'm thinking maybe about Valorant. But if you think about the other trio, like Apex Legends, PUBG, all the big battle royale, like Call of Duty, are gone anyways.
Okay, and why Manjaro?
And I'm talking about FPS game, because League of Legends, I believe, is still a super competitive game. They removed the support, those mother trucker, from Linux like more than a year ago, but still.
Specifically,
I've just had the least problems with it. I've tried running a couple, and that was the only one that was plug and play, and it just worked.
Okay, so
Yeah, because he didn't try CachyOS, chat, that's why.
I've never used Linux as my daily driver.
Uh-huh.
Do you think I should get into it?
Yes.
I mean, it's really no harm. You can always just buy a drive, slot it in your computer, and give it a shot. And then you can always switch back to Windows if you...
Bro, this guy should be the ambassador of Linux, dude. He has all the right answer.
You don't like it.
Do you dual boot or no?
I dual booted at the start, but I set the Linux as the default, and I just never went back because I never needed to.
Bro! Bro! This guy is a machine, dude. This guy is a machine.
2025, the year of Linux. You heard it here first. So I really appreciate it, and keep blazing the trail for Linux.
Yeah, sure thing.
Anybody?
Sure thing. Man, this guy was good. Sigma Shad? Yes.
I'm here with Rohit, and you
Rohit,
mentioned
what's
that
up?
you are a Linux user. Is that true?
Yes, that is true. I've been a Linux user for over 20 years, actually.
20 years.
Yes.
Hold on.
Bobby, make a zoom. We need a sanity check, dude. Over 20 years? So this gentleman is really good looking, clean on him, nice Patagonia shirt. Guys, those shirts are really expensive, dude. I'm telling you right away. Nice glasses. Oh boy, 20 years? Still a kid. I've been using it for 34 years. Okay. So, what is your guess, chat? Do we have Arch Linux, by the way? So Arch Linux is actually super young as a distro. Like if you go that far, okay, if you go that far. So me, I started Linux before the launch of Debian. Okay, so I'm gonna let you do some calculations there. But I remember like we were already like playing with some distro over there. I think it was Slackware. And one of my buddy came and he was like, "Hey, you need to see that." And it was Debian, alpha, pre-alpha, whatever. Just to give you an idea, chat. And it was a long time ago. So this gentleman is saying he has been using it for 20 years. So my question is more like 20 years of server is pretty easy, right? Because watch, I'm here. I think Debian is more than 30 years old though. 20 years of server, it's easy. 20 years of desktop, I want to see that, dude.
Hold on. Okay, well, I've got some questions for you because I've never used Linux as a daily driver, but I've heard that 2025 is the year of Linux. Do you agree with that?
Every year is the year for Linux.
Wait,
I think.
is this a long-running
Yes.
joke that I don't understand?
Yes.
Okay, but do you use other operating systems, or are you just pure Linux?
Pure Linux, actually. Just I've been pure Linux for a very long time. Yeah.
How does
Nice.
it feel?
Actually, in the last couple of years, really good. Much
Ah.
better than so. I had to temporarily try using Windows for a little bit so that I could know how to answer other people's questions, and that was a terrible experience.
Bro, he had to install Windows, man. He was like listen, dude. This gentleman, he had to switch to Windows to help people. It was his challenge. I like the approach. It was like, man, for most of the users, the challenge is to move to Linux. For him, the challenge was to move to Windows. Like, he literally broke the game.
That was miserable.
Which version of Linux?
This was miserable, dude. Yes. Oh, he destroyed it, dude.
Linux do you rock?
Right now,
Oh, wait. What distribution of Linux do you use? Chat, I want to see. Don't cheat, okay? I want to see what type of distro is using. My opinion, I would say Debian user, because he said 20 years. Debian, Ubuntu, Arch. Allez. Debian Arch. No, not Ubuntu. He's an old user, so Debian Arch for me. He's old school, right? Is this type of user. Okay, so we have Ubuntu or Arch, Pop! OS, Arch, Debian and Arch before, yes. Red Hat Enterprise, what? Slackware. Debian, okay. Fedora, what? Fedora, Mint. Dude, Fedora, what? Fedora is an old guy. Fedora is not that old, no? Miley Cyrus, ok, allez, ça y est, c'est parti. Ok, I see you, chat. Okay, let's see. Let's see what direction he's taking. Gentoo. Okay, Fedora or Gentoo. Alright, okay, we'll see.
now Ubuntu 2504.
Listen, boys. I wouldn't judge you because you use Ubuntu, okay? I'm not judging this guy. Man, he's good looking. He has everything for him, dude. He has a nice shirt, the nice glasses. He speaks a perfect English. He's a shad, right? But Ubuntu, dude. What's going on? I'm judging. Okay. Maybe he's used another one.
Arch Linux as well.
Yes! Whoa! The machine! Dude, but I don't understand why Ubuntu and not Debian. Like, listen, dude, if he's really old school, why would you use Ubuntu? You were right? Yeah, but Venicelida, you're cheating, man. Come on. You watch this video. We know you, dude. You always win on all the bench, prediction, everything. Like, we know you, dude. He used Arch Ubuntu, the new distro.
I have many machines, so I have different things going on and different things. I have a Steam Deck.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Man, like, you got a Steam Deck too? Yeah. Ubuntu 2005, 2009 was cool. Yeah. I have to say, like, Ubuntu did a lot for the open source. Like, let's be clear, right? It just, yeah, what it became, kind of. And what the competition is all about now.
Me too.
Of course.
So I guess I do use Linux.
It's already been the year of the Linux experience for many people, including yourself, apparently.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's right.
Ubuntu, is it KDE or GNOME?
KDE right now. I have both, actually. I have a laptop with GNOME, desktop with KDE.
Man, this guy is really a shad. So, you know, this is my approach when you come to, like, laptop and desktop. I will be aligned with this gentleman. I will put GNOME on the laptop and KDE on the desktop, because I believe, like, for a desktop experience, KDE is just better, but for the laptop, GNOME is better. You know, it's just my point of view. I'm not saying, you know, this is a reality, but I think GNOME rocks on a small screen, kind of like Hyperland. Like, it's really good on a one screen type of experience, but when you start to have multiple screen and stuff, I think GNOME is not shining anymore. And also, yeah, you're right. The trackpad use is just insane on GNOME. But where is the neckbeard representation? I agree. He just cut. He's like me. He just cut. He just got interviewed at the wrong time. It happens. Sometimes you have to cut, dude.
Yeah.
All right. So as a longtime Windows user, do you recommend that I get into Linux?
Yes.
Absolutely. I think with Proton, Steam, you can run all your games with the exception of some with anti-cheat. You can do pretty much anything that you want to do. And if you're really creative and you have a big desktop, you can do GPU pass-through and run Windows VM for any of those needs that are not met by Linux. So.
I use.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, dude. Don't get banned, okay? Because some of the anti-cheats, they can detect the VM, and if they don't do it today, they might do it tomorrow. So you don't want to have your really expensive account with all your nice skin getting burned because you wanted to do a pass-through. Just my 2 cents, okay?
A lot of Adobe.
Adobe, I'm not sure about their stuff working, but there are definitely video editors, image editors, all those
Yes,
things that work,
DaVinci.
and high quality ones too.
All right. So if I should jump into it, do you think Ubuntu is the place, or do you recommend some other distro?
No, CachyOS.
Ubuntu is a good place. Arch is probably a nicer distro. Depends on what your hardware is, really. So if you have bleeding edge new hardware, often things get developed on Arch and other bleeding edge distros, rolling release distros a little bit sooner. But Ubuntu is like a nice, easy...
So he said developed on Arch. It's not really developed on Arch. It's just Arch pushed them because of their model, right? Rolling release type of model. But yeah, pure Arch for new user, yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
Place to begin. There are other distros if you're playing like video games.
Does this guy have a giant hand or a tiny microphone? What are you looking at, dude? Mirko, you're the best, man. What the heck? Oh. That was a good one, dude. You see, like we start to go into another industry here. You are showing off all the trick, you know? Is it that big or this guy has just little hand? Uh-huh. Yeah, well, we never know, dude. We'll never know.
It's primarily Bazite. There are many other options, so...
Yeah.
You know, you can go... Mint is a very good place to begin with. You know, it depends on your needs and depends on the hardware that you have.
Bro, this guy is a content creator. There is no way. Like, how does he know that much stuff? Or maybe he's just watching my channel.
Okay, have you found other Linux users?
Are you in chat?
Are you like
Rohit, are you in
I don't
chat?
ask anybody what they use.
Year of the Linux, it is upon us. For some, it's been here for years.
Yeah, it's been years. I would say for the last 4 or 5 years, it's been pretty good. Really good.
Yeah, I would say more like 3. I think since we had the big push of Valve, it changed everything for gaming at least, right? And it kind of starts this new trend. Because I believe the real barrier to entry was just gaming. Because if you are using, most of the people, they use their PC to do work and games. That's all.
So I found Linux users out in the wild. They
Yes.
do exist. And a couple people who have been Linux users for many, many years.
Dude, I'm actually impressed that going to a random space like that, you will find like Linux user. Like, what are the odds, chat? It is just insane. Like, what are the odds? When you think on paper we are representing like what, like 4%, like 2%. This guy enter a micro center, whatever, start to talk to people and look at it. Just look at it. It's crazy, dude. Maybe we are underrepresented. Maybe we are way more than we think we are.
We might do some Linux coverage, but you know, not a ton. We're not going to lean into it. This isn't Linux world. This is still PC world.
Oh, this is not a Linux world. This is just a PC world. Let's see the comment. Rohit was great. Get him back onto a desktop Linux setup. I think switching to an OS doesn't support Adobe is probably the best reason to leave Windows. Oh, I love those comments, dude. Those comments are insane. PC equal personal computer, not Windows. You can still install Linux, Unix, macOS, Windows, even 86 version of Android. Yes. I switched to Linux Mint when Microsoft ended support Windows 7. Ubuntu user for 15 years at this point. This was back in the day when Ubuntu was the only usable desktop distro. Yes. I remember spending days and days getting Slackware up and running. Same with struggling with Gentoo. Now we have so many options. Ubuntu, Pop OS, Linux Mint, Manjaro. I was actually running Gentoo for a couple of years. I'm a natural masochist. Dude, I can't take this anymore. Some of those comments, bro. So this gentleman with the Linux Mint picture, dude. You really can't go wrong with a good Linux Mint. Guys, what do we need to do? I don't know. I don't really know what we need to do to inform people. I'm gonna send a message like there to the channel and say like, yeah, try that or that, but like, darn. We're gonna follow this gentleman experience and see where he lands. I'm kind of like curious to see where its experience is gonna be.